It is 3:30 in the morning, and I'm on my way down to Wall Street to see what these protesters are really doing.
Precisely what it says. We knew
under the pretense of cleaning us, they're getting rid of us.
Well, I was part of Occupy Boston, and this past Monday they did something similar. They shut down one of our camps, and there were a lot of old people there that were beaten and dragged through the dirt, and it was really wrong. So when I heard that they were shutting this one down, this is the heart of the movement, I immediately drove down around 10 p.m. and just got here a few hours ago. And ultimately, what people have to realize is that the pretense of shutting this place down was that they wanted to, they needed to clean the park. And ultimately, what we did tonight, we've been cleaning. And if you look around you, it's extremely clean. And by the time the police come, it's going to be completely pure, except for the tents. And quite honestly, the real reason why they're trying to come in is to shut us down and shut down our free speech. And I think in the wake of the fact that we have such disproportionate, such a low voice disproportionately to the wealthy in our political discourse, the fact that they're willing to shut us down for peacefully protesting, I think is absolutely ridiculous, and that's why I'm here tonight.
Well, apparently they're trying to evict us. We have, some of us at this point, we have nowhere to go. We have no jobs. We're not able to do anything at this point. I've been graduated for 2 years. I still have not had a single job offer. So, I mean, that's my story for why I'm here. And we can't continue to live the way we are, where everyone is expected to do more work for less pay and keep this job market running where, everyone's graduating. The class of 2012 graduates next May. Like, what are we going to do then? That's thousands of more college kids entering this job market that already college kids can't get jobs.
The reason I wore my Boy Scout uniform today was because I just sort of wanted to show that, like, most of the media is trying to represent this protest as just sort of a bunch of hippies, in a park, being hippies, and I'm obviously not a hippie. I'm an all-American. Like, I'm an Eagle Scout. I, went to, played soccer. These are the things I did. I didn't read protest literature until 4 weeks ago. I didn't really think about this kind of stuff until it was brought up to me, and then it just sort of made sense. And I just wanted to show that, this is catching on with other people other than the protest movement that already existed in this country. I wanted to show that this is a movement of the 99%. This is the movement of the people.
Oh, I have a ton of student debt, and that's why I'm here, is because I think it's obscene the amount of money that you have to spend to get an education in this country. And, the laws now where you can't declare bankruptcy, the interest rates on student loans are exorbitant. It's basically highway robbery just to get an education. And then you have people like this who get bailed out for fucking over millions of people. And it's like, how is that an equal distribution of wealth? Where, like, people who are trying to better themselves are screwed with debt, and people who take away jobs and who take away money from the people are rewarded and bailed out on a consistent basis with our money. Like, it's just, it baffles me how that's, like, an acceptable solution. I don't know, to anything.
One of my father's best friends makes 1,000 times the amount of money that my father makes, and he pays a 50% lower tax rate. That's why I'm upset.
But I found a lot of sanctuary here. Just, I found a lot of people who, like, these two people sitting on either side of me, I just met them, like, tonight, and now we're keeping each other warm. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's family. We're all here for the same purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned so much just by being around these people and just hearing their stories.
And observing what they do for others. Like, it's intense, the community here.
I mean, I think a lot of people just have a feeling that politics in this country is out of our hands and is in the hands of people who can influence it with money, that elections are bought. I mean, obviously you need millions and millions of dollars to run an election. Obama's talking about trying to raise $1 billion for this upcoming election. And if that's what you need to win, then, what does that mean? It's a representative democracy of dollars, not of necessarily of people, doesn't seem like. So what are we going to do? We sit out in the park in Philadelphia and in New York on Wall Street, and what else can we do?
It's the first real economic protest that we've had since the 1930s. In the 1960s, I guess for a lack of a better term, with the hippies, they were protesting social issues that needed major changing and overhaul. Minority rights, women's rights, queer rights, all of those things were very important things to happen, but they weren't economic protests. And what happened was you had a branching between the old left, which was a labor movement, New Deal, FDR Democrats, and then you had the hippies, which were sort of the new left. And really, what this could be, in a weird way, is those two forces coming back together again, and you're starting to see a much more cohesive, fair shake labor movement again in America, and that is something that I am actually very, very, very excited about, because that is the only way as working class people you can have any kind of voice and power.
Yeah, it's the idea that like we're not a mass, we are a multitude, and so that a mass can be controlled. A mass is a population. It's the way that the populace was perceived of in the past. It's the populace that was perceived of in America, where we can control people because they are one unit. But in this movement, we are many units. We are many individuals in a larger movement, and so it's much harder to control us. It's why we don't have leaders, and it's why we can't be led and we can't be destroyed. We are the multitude.
Basically sitting down, linking arms, and keeping them from removing us, if possible. We're occupied this space and we want to keep it. It's pretty important.
Who here is ready to defend our park?
Who here is ready to defend our park?
Thank you for being here.
like the 99% are going to get their way and they're going to get to stay in the park. Until next time.